Your microwave? Born from radar tech designed to track enemy bombers. GPS? A Cold War tool to guide nuclear missiles. And duct tape? It patched tanks mid-battle. These everyday items aren't just clever inventions, they're the hidden ghosts of war. Leftover tech from the battlefield, quietly running your modern life. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the military roots behind your most ordinary tools. Because once you know the truth, you'll never look at your kitchen or your GPS the same way again. 1945. Inside a radar lab pulsing with Cold War paranoia, an engineer named Percy Spencer leans in to test a magnetron, a device built to track enemy aircraft. Suddenly, something odd. His chocolate bar melts in his pocket. Most of us would panic. Percy. He paused, smiled, and thought, did I just invent a snack ray? That curious meltdown sparked one of the hottest inventions of the century. The Radarange, the first microwave oven. It unleashed 3,000 watts of raw radar energy, originally crafted for the skies of war, now redirected to the kitchen counter. The original Radarange? As big as a fridge, as loud as a bomber, and cost more than a car. Fast forward. Your home microwave? A gentler 1,000 watts? No bombers, just leftover lasagna. Soggy pizza, overcooked oatmeal. Yet it's all thanks to one accident. And a melted chocolate bar. The same wartime tech that once scanned for enemies in the sky now quietly reheats your midnight snacks. From battlefields to breakfast, welcome to the secret history of your microwave. In 1978, the United States launched the first satellite of the Global Positioning System, or GPS, a groundbreaking technology built to guide nuclear missiles with deadly precision. For decades, GPS was a classified military tool, tightly controlled by the US Department of Defense. The system's full power was reserved exclusively for the military, while civilian signals were deliberately scrambled. This intentional reduction of accuracy, called selective availability, was designed to keep sensitive information out of enemy hands during the tense years of the Cold War. But as time passed, GPS evolved from a secret weapon into a tool that quietly powers our everyday lives. Today, it helps you navigate traffic, track your runs, and even deliver your food, all thanks to a technology born in the shadow of global conflict. Yet until the year 2000, civilian GPS signals weren't fully reliable. The scrambled data could lead users miles off course, sometimes directing someone not to a taco joint, but to an active volcano. From its origins as a military missile tracker to a device in nearly every smartphone worldwide, GPS has transformed how we live, work, and explore. Before it was a meme, before it held together your sink pipe and sanity, duct tape was war gear. It all started in World War II. The military needed a waterproof seal for ammo crates, something fast, durable, and able to survive the front lines. The result? A tough, fabric-backed adhesive tape made of cotton duct mesh and rubber-based glue. Soldiers called it duct tape, not because of birds, but because it repelled water like a duck's back. But the battlefield had other ideas. In the heat of war, troops quickly realized it could do more than seal crates. Trucks, fuel lines, guns, tanks, even damaged aircraft were patched up on the fly with this miracle tape. It stuck through mud, rain, and explosions. Fast forward to 1970, Apollo 13. An oxygen tank explodes in space. 3 astronauts trapped 200,000 miles from Earth. NASA engineers scramble to save them with duct tape. They build a CO2 scrubber from plastic bags, cardboard, and a roll of this battlefield relic. It worked. Duct tape literally saved lives in space. And now, you're using it to stop your shower curtain from sliding off the rod. Beautiful. Before World War II, a scraped knee could spiral into a funeral. Infection, silent, invisible, was the war's deadliest ally. Wounds weren't just painful, they were ticking clocks. Then came a quiet revolution in the form of mold. Penicillin had been discovered in 1928, but it wasn't until the global emergency of World War II that scientists finally figured out how to mass produce it. And where did they brew it? In converted beer fermentation vats. In 1944, the US government turned entire factories, especially in Brooklyn, into makeshift pharmaceutical plants. Yeast and hops were swapped out for Penicillium notatum, grown in massive tanks under military secrecy. By D-Day, over 2 million doses were ready to storm Normandy, not as weapons, but as a miracle cure. Penicillin slashed battlefield infection deaths by over 85%, changing the course of war and medicine forever. Dear Mom, they're injecting us with beer mold. P.S. Socks still needed. Today, antibiotics sit on every pharmacy shelf, often overlooked. But their origin? Planted in wartime desperation, cultivated in beer vats, and delivered by mold that saved more lives than any weapon ever built. Superglue, the sticky stuff holding your crafts together, started its life in a military lab during World War II. Originally invented as cyanoacrylate to assemble precision parts like sniper scopes, it was so sticky, the military actually rejected it at first. Too strong, too fast, too good. But medics on the front lines saw something different: Superglue's incredible ability to seal wounds almost instantly. It wasn't long before they started using it to close bullet wounds and deep cuts, buying soldiers vital time to get to surgery, saving countless lives. Fast forward to today, you're probably using that same chemical to glue googly eyes onto your toaster or fix your broken mug. And honestly, that's kind of beautiful. So what did we just learn? Your microwave? A Cold War death ray repurposed for soggy pizza. GPS? Built to guide nuclear warheads, now guiding you to Taco Bell. Duct tape? It patched tanks before it fixed your leaky faucet. Penicillin? Beer mold that saved more lives than bullets ever did. And superglue? It held soldiers' guts together before it held your broken selfie stick. If this blew your mind, just wait for part 2. Because next time, we're revealing how the internet was born as a Cold War survival system. Digital cameras were created for spies. And freeze-dried coffee, that was fuel for soldiers deep in enemy territory. So smash that like button. And more importantly, subscribe to the Time Navigator, where history's buried tech secrets come back to life.